What's up everybody, a very welcome along to a Champions League preview here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds travelling to Denmark to take on Midtjylland in what is a dead rubber really, considering how we've already topped the group. So, what will we do here? Will we give the fringe players, younger players, an opportunity? Will the manager want to show the competition a lot of respect and maybe put out an experienced 11? I doubt it. I'm going to edge towards the experimental 11, shall we say, ladies and gentlemen. I've done so many previews on this channel, so many predicted scores, so many predicted lineups. This is the most difficult one I've ever had to do, and I'm not joking. Usually I come on and I've got the manager's notes from his press conference, trying to gauge what way he's feeling, who's coming back from injury, who deserves a place, what youngsters on the fringe. But for this one, we know, as I said, it's a dead rubber, so it's a very experimental preview, this, ladies and gents, so bear with me as I go along. Let's start off with my predicted score. That's usually the easiest thing to do. And for this one, as you can see, I've gone for a 2-2 draw, or Desmond, if you want to go old school on it. Now, our sponsors, Boyle Sports, always have great offers around these type of things, and if you fancy my score there at 2-2, you can get that on Boyle Sports at 11-1. At least at the time of recording, it was 11-1 on that one. So make sure, if you fancy a flutter, and we do urge you to gamble responsibly, please check out our sponsor, Boyle Sports. There is a link in the description, and all these things are available to UK and Irish residents age 18 plus. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 2-2. I know very rarely do I back the Reds not to get a victory, but you'll see with the 11 that I have that I think if they can come out of Denmark with a 2-2 draw with this 11, I'd be quite happy. I'm not even going to lie. So look, let me take you through my predicted 11 and let me see what you guys think about it. So here we go. In goal, I'm letting Caoimhín Kelleher keep his place. Now, I know that a lot of Liverpool fans are going to be saying, we can't risk Caoimhín Kelleher, put Adrian in goal. I know, but we would have to be really unlucky for another goalkeeper to pick up an injury. And look, Alisson's not going to be too far away either, so I think it makes sense to give Caoimhín a chance, get more experience at the top level into him, another Champions League performance. This time it'll be away from home as well. So I'm sticking with Caoimhín in goal. At right back, Nico Williams. Yes, I know Trent is coming back from injury, and some people might think give him the minutes. I'd rather let him rest, maybe bring him on for a few minutes at the end if needs be, but I'm going with Nico Williams at right back, Kostas Tsimikas at left back. My centre back pairing, which was one of the more difficult choices for this one, I've gone for Billy Comedio and Rhys Williams. The reason I've gone for Comedio was he was pulled at half time in a recent underage game, and I wonder if that was with an eye towards perhaps this trip over to Denmark with the Reds. So back four of Tsimikas, Comedio, Rhys Williams and Nico Williams, and of course Caoimhín in goal. Then for the midfield trio, usually around this one I'm talking Henderson, I'm talking maybe Jimmy Milner's, but for this I've gone for Clarkson, Curtis Jones and Naby Keita. A little bit of experience in there obviously with Naby Keita, who's coming back from injury, so could probably do it maybe an hour in those legs of his. Curtis Jones is in a great vein of form now, and I don't see why we should stop that. Let him go over there, maybe bag himself a goal. Maybe even you'll see Curtis Jones wearing the captain's armband. How amazing would that be if he led out a young Liverpool side away in Europe? What a moment that would be for the young man. And then I've gone for like a 4-3-1-2 system here, and I've gone for Kane, Divock Origi and Takumi Minamino. This is a great opportunity for Takumi to go out there and show what he can do. He's probably more suited to this style of competition, European football, rather than the hustle and bustle of Premier League, although he will have to get used to that as well. And look, I'm giving Divock a run out, and I'm going to be honest about this, quite frankly, because I can't really think of any other bodies that we could put out there, and Divock is going to want to put himself in the shop window, particularly with that January window coming up, and he wanting to get into the Belgium squad for the Euro. So that's the 11 that I've gone with, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a reminder, it's a 5:55pm kickoff. We'll be live at 5:25pm. I want to know your thoughts on that 11. I want to know maybe what your 11 is. So if you've got a different 11 to mine, please feel free to put it into the chat along with your comments. Again, for people out there, the likes of Nat Phillips won't be available to play this game, of course, because he isn't registered in the Liverpool squad for the Champions League group stage. So it's going to be very difficult to think of another centre-back pairing, unless, of course, you want to risk Joel Matip or Fabinho, and I know that I certainly don't. It's at times like this where you think it is a bit of a shame that the likes of Harvey Elliott is on loan at Blackburn. This would have been a great experience for him as well. But there are some other youngsters in and around the fringes that could travel with the squad and could get the opportunity. The toughest decisions there for me, folks, if I'm being honest, was the centre-back pairing and the goalkeeper situation, because my first instinct was to be protective of Caoimhín Kelleher and to not want to give him a run out. Not because I don't think he's good enough, because you guys know I absolutely rate the guy, but because I don't want to take any chances with him potentially picking up an injury, like I said earlier on. But that my head overruled me, and I just went, you know what, give him an opportunity. He's already kept 2 clean sheets. Even if he goes over there, he may concede a goal or two. Look, with an inexperienced side out there, hence my 2-2 prediction. But I still think it's great experience for Caoimhín, travelling away, getting him into that routine of going away with the team, and knowing that not only is he going to be travelling away with the first team, that he's going to be getting an opportunity. And look, he hasn't let us down so far. How brilliant has it been, by the way, to see him going from conceding those goals at underage level and that routing by Manchester City of the Reds, to going out there, keeping a clean sheet against Ajax, making a couple of saves, and then keeping a clean sheet again at the weekend. And that save that he made, that backtracking save, I can't speak highly enough of it. And again, the fact that he is so proficient with both feet. And not a lot of people know this about Caoimhín, but he played as a forward until he was the age of 15, which probably is why he is so good with both feet. And his club Ringmahon Rangers then gave him an opportunity to play in goal at 15 years of age. And look, he hasn't looked back. Again, Curtis Jones, he is turning into Mr. Reliable for the manager, isn't he? We knew it was going to be a breakthrough season for Curtis Jones. We knew with Adam Lallana leaving, he'd probably get more opportunities, but my goodness, is he taking those opportunities. He looks not just at the same level, sometimes he looks almost a level above some of the other players on the pitch. And I've been so excited to see Curtis Jones breaking through. And again with Nico Williams, he's come back into form, which is great to see, and it's great to see him getting so much support again from Reds. There are going to be times when young players come in where they're going to be found out, they're going to be exposed or inexperienced, but it's about them learning from these errors. Again, Trent Alexander-Arnold made mistakes when he was coming through as well, and it's important to remember that. I'd love to know your thoughts on the attacking front on this one as well, folks, because Divock Origi to me has fallen quite far down the pecking order of Liverpool forwards, and I'm fully expecting himself and Shaqiri to try and engineer moves out of Anfield in the January market. Now, from Origi's point of view, as I said earlier on, it is because he wants to try and get into that Belgium squad. And, you know, this is just my opinion, and again, I'd love to know what you think on it, but I think that the reason Origi's still at the club and that Ryan Brewster was sold to Sheffield United, and it is just my opinion, is because we couldn't get the money that we wanted for Divock. And again, to Midtjylland, we need to be respectful towards them. As Kloppo said, they're a club that leave nothing to chance. If my memory is correct, I think the throw-in coach, the one that Kloppo works with, I think he originated with this club, or has certainly worked with Midtjylland. Now, again, my memory could be wrong on that one, but they're a club that I know Jurgen Klopp respects highly, and any club that gets to a Champions League group stage, ladies and gentlemen, deserves immense credit for getting there. So for us, it is in a great position. When we started, the draw took place, when we seen the group, we seen the fixtures, we all thought to ourselves, hopefully we don't have to send the first team over to that game, because now it will give a lot of players a full week's rest in between the game at the weekend and next Sunday's game against Fulham, which, by the way, I think is a 4:30 or a 4 p.m. kickoff on Sky Sports. I think it's 4:30, but double check that one anyway. So I'm looking forward to watching that game at the weekend as well. But look, I want to know your thoughts on this one, folks. It's, as I said, the most difficult preview I've ever recorded on Anfield Agenda because of the team selection headache. So again, thank you for tuning in. Love to know what you guys have to say. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and don't forget, we'll be live from 5:25 p.m. for our watch along of the game. Hope to see you there, and thank you as always for your support. Up the Reds.